Hi, I'm Evan Committee. I'm here at the Olympic Fairmont Hotel in Seattle, Washington with KidScoop Media today for Madam Vice President Kamala Harris's amazing announcement of $5 billion being allocated towards electric school buses. I'm super excited, and I'll see you in there. I heard you guys got solar panels on your school. That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So it kind of happened spontaneously during COVID. I actually I did an internship with the King County Waste Water Treatment Division, and I met a project manager at the Spark Northwest organization, and they help different facilities and public buildings get solar panels on the roofs. So that's how I kind of got started. I asked her to keep in touch, and we kept in touch, and we kind of brainstormed how it would look like how the process would look like if Highline High School has solar panel on the roof. And so it just kind of started like that, and we got into meetings, we learned about the solar panels. I got a group of students in the Highline Environmental Club, and they all supported us through this journey of getting solar panel.
What you guys did sends a message that kids do have power and a voice, and you can make things happen. What's your message to people out there who want to change the way in which their school, their communities interact with the environment?
If you want something, go for it. Nothing's impossible.
Finally, being here today, the Vice President, all of it, how does it feel?
It feels great. I'm honestly really honored. Really excited.
Thank you guys so much for this interview. Congratulations on everything, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Are you guys ready for our day? Yeah. I am so excited about our day.
It feels completely surreal to be out here in Seattle for something like this. I feel like when you're so young, you think of the office of the vice president as something just so far removed from your life, and government is like an entity that works so far from where you are. And I'm out here, and I'm going to meet the vice president and talk to a world leader about the future for my generation and the world we're going to live in. And it just doesn't feel real, to be honest with you. Man, this is
this
Evan.
Evan?
Oh my God.
How are you?
Hi, Madam Vice President.
How you doing?
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm
This is
very
so
happy to
special.
talk
It's an
with
honor
you.
to be a part
And
of it.
thank you for the pursuit of your professional excellence and career.
Are these new green buses going to keep their signature yellow color?
These are going to remain yellow school buses because who doesn't love a yellow school bus? They will remain yellow, but their heart will be green.
How are you able to balance the interests of the economy as well as of the planet and children's health? What message should the youth of America take away from this $5 billion investment in their future?
Well, you said it. This is truly an investment in the future of our children who will lead our country and deserve all the support that they should have from the people who are in a position to give it. And so when I think about what we are doing with electric school buses, it is the intersection between an investment in our children, as you said, an investment in their health, because as we know, 95% of school buses today are run on diesel fuel, which contributes to asthma and making asthma worse, which means lost days of school, not to mention lost days of just actually good health, right? And there is also the connection between that and what we want to do to create industry and continue to create industry in our country, in America, and what this will mean in terms of domestic manufacturing, which is about job creation. And so then that's about also investing in the people who will fill these jobs, in their skills, and that's about training a workforce to do these jobs. So think about the intersection. We're talking about children, which we should be investing in the future of our children, period, in every way. It's about their health. It's about their education. It's about a new manufacturing base in the United States, a new industry. It's about a workforce development, workforce training. All of that is at play with this one issue of the yellow school bus, which is now going to have a green heart and be electric. And so we have invested $5 billion over the next 5 years, and so we're rolling out the first $1 billion. And we expect that by next school year, these school buses will hit the roads. It's very exciting.
So exciting. When you were the district attorney in San Francisco, you created one of the first environmental justice units of any DA's office in the country. What does it mean for you personally to be able to make this announcement on this special day?
I'm so excited and overjoyed because there will often be in our lives the requirement that we see the possibility of something, but we have to work at it. And sometimes it takes some time for it to actually happen, but it does happen if you stick with it. And that's how I think about it in terms of what we're doing today. And it's really exciting. And when I look in the eyes of all the young people and the young leaders who are going to benefit from this, what could be better?
I think that leads very well into my next question, which is, as a kid with asthma, I brought my inhaler in my backpack to school every day. Yeah. What would you say to kids out there who have issues that they're passionate about and they want to advocate for and make an impact on?
Speak up and know that your voice is so important. You do not need permission to lead. And I give you that order. You don't need anyone's permission to lead. When you know that there's something that must be said, when you know that there is a problem that must be fixed, you speak up about it. And until you have the ability to vote, which is another way to use your voice, you talk to all of the adults in your life about how their voting will affect your life, and remind them that when they go to vote, they will have your future in their hands in terms of how they vote. But there are many ways to lead, and the important thing is that you always know that your voice matters no matter what your age. I do believe everyone was born a leader, and it's just a matter of when in your life you decide to turn it on. And it can't be soon enough.
As for the Biden-Harris administration's commitment to ensure that 40% of resources and long-term investments go to marginalized, underprivileged, and at-risk communities, can you speak on why that's so important that those resources are directed there?
Well, when we think about the impact of the climate crisis, and just take, for example, the extreme weather conditions that we've been seeing, be it wildfires or hurricanes, flooding that's resulted in many cases, we know that the damage disproportionately affects low-income communities and communities of color. A lot of the reason that I started the environmental justice unit that I did in the DA's office almost 20 years ago was because I saw the disproportionate impact on low-income communities and communities of color. And it is important that we recognize that. It is important that we pay attention to the effect that these extreme weather conditions and the climate crisis will affect everyone. But the harm will be measured often based on the ability of a community to be resilient, to adapt, and to recover from these events. And often that has to do with the income and the financial resources that are available in that community.
Thank you so much, Madam Vice President. This was amazing. I can't believe this is real. Thank you so much. This was such a special day.
It was a great interview. Thank you. You're kind of a tough interview. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I try.
And you prepared.
Thank you.
That was amazing. I really hope the camera wasn't able to tell, but I was shaking. I mean, just to have someone so important, so inspirational, and so powerful, so close, it just gives you a lot of perspective on life and how truly anything is achievable, and also the role of journalism, and that, like, if you're a kid out there and you think there's a story that needs to be told, that you have a voice, and if you really want to tell someone's story, that you can, because, I mean, whether it's global warming, school buses, like, there's a lot of things that impact today's youth now and in their future, and being able to speak to Kamala was just surreal. Having this announcement be here in Seattle today, a week after the city had the worst air pollution in the world, what do you think these buses stand for the future of the city?
Well, the worst pollution issue is critical because now people are feeling and smelling and realizing the harmful effects of climate change. It becomes very real when it affects them personally. And this is the first step. Of course, reducing our emissions is the first step, and that's why I talked a little bit about removing greenhouse gases and then repairing the polar ice caps and the kinds of things we have to do, all part of a strategy. So having it here Seattle, our state, our county can lead in this space, and that's why, quite frankly, as mayor, I try to work really hard to bring attention to one of the greenest states, I think, in our country. So very special that it's here, and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. Have a great day.
I really agree with what our EPA director said. We need to make electric buses the standard that we expect every child in America to have. We should not have kids breathing forest fire smoke, and we should not have kids breathing diesel smoke. It is very dangerous for our children's health. We know we have an epidemic of asthma already, and eliminating diesel smoke from their respiratory systems has to be one of our top jobs in this country. And the thing that's really good news is these electric buses are now a mature technology. The price continues to come down dramatically, and so you're seeing the cutting edge of a revolution. So let's make this standard. Every kid in America deserves an electric bus.
Evan with KidScoop Media here. I was able to interview the vice president, the governor, and the mayor. It's been an amazing experience, and it's so special to know that our leaders have our backs and that the future of both education, children's safety, and the environment is right behind us. This is Evan Committee signing off, and thank you so much.